Hello, welcome to another video of my own gameplay. This time I'm playing the Vanguard meta in Silph factions. No one in our faction really wanted to play this meta as much anymore, so I decided to just have a look at it and see how it goes. I never really played this meta, or not as much with these Pokemon, or in this format at least. My opponent is Bakemi from Poland. You may have seen him on stream on the Warsaw Regional. We're playing against Sky Dragons Gaming this week. We had a couple rough bouts. My faction, the EU Empress, but I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. You can't win them all. My matchup, I feel like, is kind of good. And what makes it really good is that my Walrein is basically free against this team, because I have Machamp covered with my Kofagrius, with my Noctowl, with my Gyarados, and my Muk. So that's basically a Pokemon he can't really bring. On top of that, the Muk, a pick I basically stole from him. I just checked his team and I was like, yo, Kanto Muk looks kind of cool. Only really does bad against like rock types and like Unovian Stunfisk. And like Swampert, but Swampert is not really common in this meta. Unovian Stunfisk is a thing. And I liked it. Like, it's pretty good against fighters. It has Thunder Punch for water types, it has Dark Pulse for ghost types, even though you generally don't win them. They are close matchup though. You have Thunder Punch for Noctowl. So it's a really good generous, and you resist fighting moves with that poison defensive typing. Let's see how this goes. My Walrein is really free, so I'm definitely gonna bring that every single time. Let's see, it took me a while to queue in here, but here we go. We got Walrein into Frostlass, which is a decent match for Walrein. You lose the 0 shields, you win every other matchup, just straight Earthquake here. If you land one Earthquake though, obviously the Ice Spear is enough. The Shadow Ball won't do as much. Actually, I mean, it does much, but like, he needs 2. He can't throw a Shadow Ball and Avalanche because his Power Snows do about nothing. I don't really need to wait here as much, to be honest. I highly doubt he catches my move on something like a Noctowl, because still has a terrible matchup against the Walrein. As we see here, I don't throw my move because I know it will be CMP. And actually shield, because I'm very positive it's going to be Noctowl on the back. He brings in the Kanto Muk, which is really good against my team as well. It can beat Walrein, beats Primeape, has play against Kofa. Kofa is my best answer. Obviously, there's the Mirror. And it can beat Noctowl and Gyarados, so it's really good on his line. And I feel like he just plays for a switch advantage there. Or sorry, shield advantage for the Kanto Muk. Yeah, now the Muk is here. Kofa has a decent matchup here because he resists poison jabs. Dark Pulse doesn't quite KO yet, but Muk does win the 0 shields. Actually uses 2 shields there, which is kind of fine. He has to expend more energy here, and he knows his CMPs very well because he throws here again on CMP. I throw Dark Pulse, but it doesn't really matter because I know he goes for CMP anyway because he's counting very well. Instead of Walrein, I brought my Kofa in also because I was very positive it's going to be the Noctowl on the back. Gonna go straight for the Thunder Punch here. This might barely kill. I really hope it does. Otherwise, he might be able to throw a Dark Pulse here, which would not be as convenient. But it does KO. In the back is... It is the Noctowl. I have energy. He tries to catch unsuccessfully. I farm down. Now I have 2 Icicle Spears and Walrein. Good thing I went 2 shields down immediately with Walrein, because it's gonna be very good here. On top of that, that bait at the start really helped as well, right? I didn't bait the Frostlass, but I did bait his Kanto Muk, because if I land that Earthquake, it's basically over for him, because his Noctowl would not do very well against his Noctowl would not do very well against my Walrein, of course. Skytech won't KO yet here, but the Power Snow does. So that's 1-0 for me. We saw a team from him quite weak to Kofa lead of mine if I had it, because Frostlass and Kanto Muk don't do very well, but they do have play. Let's take a look at the next match here, game number 2. So, as said, I don't expect the Machamp, so I can lead the Walrein yet again, and we lead into Frostlass yet again as well. This time, I brought the Shadow Gyarados instead of my Kanto Muk. Kanto Muk is very versatile, it is very good, but I also expect the Frostlass every single time from him because it wins all 0 shield scenarios. Earthquake coming through here. This will put him into the red, as we saw before. He lets it go yet again. I know I will CMP here, but I can shield and basically just farm this down. that probably forces him to swap out, and if that forces him to swap out, I can basically just make sure I align well here. Gonna go for that Ice Spear just right as I reach the Earthquake. I'm hoping this bait will work yet again, and it does, so that's great. It might just be the same line, so I'm gonna bring in my Kofa here again. It has a decent matchup against the Kanto Mug. Gyarados not so much against Mug with energy advantage, because a Thunder Punch takes out an entire generation of Shadow Gyarados. It's really, really fragile. Let's see. Shadow Ball coming in here. Does it get shield this time? It does not. And I don't like this, but I do like this, because if he gets farm on something like a Noctowl, it's terrible for me. But because he throws his move here, I actually get energy advantage myself, and that's great. If he hard swaps, he cannot catch, so I think I'm in a really good spot here. I farm this down with the Walrein, which is not a great play, because he could actually have swapped and caught this move, and that would have been a disaster for me. But yeah, he didn't catch it. Comes with the Noctowl, swapping my Shadow Gyarados here. I think I denied a move from him as well, which doesn't matter as much anyway, because like Dragon Tails plus Crunch should do it before he gets to the second Sky Attack. He basically needs to catch at this point. He tries, but I didn't throw my move. Now I have 2 Aqua Tails, and that should do the job. Because 2 Aqua Tails already get him so close. I think 1 Dragon Tail with the Crunch may have done it as well. I don't know. Maybe the denial was decisive. I'm not sure. Either way, 2-0 for me right now, and I got kicked there. PvP Classic. Here we go. Third battle. We have my Kofa Grigas into Kanto Mug. Decent lead for me. Again, no Noctowl lead, so I like that. We're gonna see how this one plays out, because this is actually more neutral than you think. I expect Noctowl on the back, so I don't really want to use shields here. We're both over farming a lot, because I'm afraid he tries to catch on Noctowl. I don't want my energy go to waste, because this is valuable, expensive energy. In comes the first Shadow Ball. Let's see if he shields this. If he does, it will be annoying, because now he can take me out with a Thunder Punch. He actually tries to CP with me again. You see how I don't throw, because I expect him to catch maybe. And now I still expect him to catch, and he does try it. I anticipate really quickly with my Walrein. He's basically only 1 wing attack advantage. We CMP on this Ice Spear I can do, and I can CMP on the next one, because Walrein wins CMP. And then I still have like a half a Walrein left, which is difficult for him to get rid of, because he has no hard Walrein answers if he doesn't bring Machamp. Like, even Milotic is so, because non-stab Dragon Tails just don't add up enough. Icicle Spare coming through. Takes it out. In comes Kanto Mug again. I would expect the Frostlass here. And the Icicle Spear barely doesn't take it out. He swaps out with the move. Interesting. But this Frostlass has no fast move pressure, so I can just get to an Earthquake here if he tries to farm me down. And this puts me in such a good spot, because if he no-shoes, I Poison Jab down with my Kanto Mug, because I survive. I survive as Shadow Ball or Avalanche. They both do about 50%. And I still have a Shadow Ball on my Kofa as well, so there's nowhere to go for him. I still have 2 Mons that can do a little bit of fast moves as well, which helps me, because I think he has a move. And if he wins CP, that would suck, but I can still get 1 Poison, like at least 1 Shadow Claw and 1 Ice Spear, and or Power Snow. 1 Power Snow, 1 Shadow Claw, and that should win me this battle. Because I think 1 jab doesn't take me out just yet. Yep, he has a shield, so no point in throwing my move. And that wins me this battle. So that is a 3-0 win for me this week. I had a pretty good faction run this cycle. We'll see next week against Tea and Pizza. I don't know yet which role I will play. But hope you liked the video and have a good one.